What's up, you guys? Orlando here with another tutorial for you from Elisha Record Studio, and today we're gonna discuss the tempo track. Let's jump to it. And on this project, we're gonna discuss really quick the tempo track. And I know in pop music and hip hop music, you're not gonna use this as much, but it's a tool that it's there, especially in Cubase, and it's pretty useful, especially if you're scoring for movies and for series or whatever it is. And you have a video track like I have here. You have a scene that you need to score. Tempo tracks are usually pretty useful for doing specific work like this one, and I'm gonna show you really quick because if you haven't seen this clip, actually, before we start diving into this, if you haven't seen the full clip of my submission for the Westworld scoring competition 2020, I'm gonna leave the link here. Today we're gonna be talking about the tempo track. So the first thing I did in this project actually was setting up the video and the tempo track. That said, it's pretty useful thing to do, working with the tempo track at first. Have an idea, a general idea what you want to do first and foremost before scoring anything, because things might change in the scene, and you need to be aware of that. So watch the clip several times. Make sure if you need to do a tempo change, what that's gonna look like, what that's gonna be, and you can move from there. So that's what I'm gonna show you right here, right now. And there's a portion here. I'm gonna pull up the clip here so you can watch that.
What's happening to him?
I think he's switching genres.
Okay, that portion right there, there's a tempo change there. So I was mainly driving at 120 BPM. So basically that's the tempo until here, until this portion here of the that scene, actually, where he goes like blank, and then right there I changed the tempo to 69. So I lower the tempo down because I wanted to convey that emotion that he's like slowing down. Everything's slowing down, actually. So if you can hear the actual original clip.
What's happening to him?
I think he's switching genres.
It's like a heart beating, and it's a slower thing going on. So I wanted to emphasize that with music. And as you can see here, I have a synth here that I was driving before that, until that point, and listen to what that's doing. Now in context.
What's happening to him?
I think he's switching genres.
So everything slowed down. There's a few effects here, like that beep in the ear that you get when something like explosion happens or something like that. In this case, just wanted to recreate kind of that. But on the tempo track, I lowered the tempo there, and farther ahead in the clip, there's a really cool clip here where you get the missile going up. There's a silence. I work on that, and then there's a big explosion here. I'm gonna show you. So up until this point I was going also 120 here, and then I boosted up the tempo to 137, so to move things along the way and to create more emphasis there on that. It's a chase. Things are getting real. Once that car explodes, it's like, man, this is getting super real now, and it's getting super intense. So I wanted to emphasize that with music and with tempo, so I boosted up the tempo there. And guys, tempo track, it's pretty easy. It's just like any automation. You can draw the tempo that you like, and that's gonna be basically it. And just make sure to do that before you do anything else. Or if you're working with MIDI, it's not going to affect that much, but if you're working with audio right from the get-go, that might change and warp things out, so you need to be aware of that. Be careful with that. So that's pretty much it for the tempo track on this project. It was pretty cool. It's one of those things that on this type of genre, this type of work, you need to be aware, and you need to be able to work with this tool, because it's a pretty powerful one to convey emotion, to move the scenes forward. And remember, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. You know the drill. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the bell so you don't miss any other videos from us. And if you'd like to see more tutorials like this, me breaking down each of the steps I took for this composition, basically for this score, for this scene, let me know in the comments below. And guys, that's all for this tutorial today, and until next video, don't stress, do your best, be blessed, forget the rest, and see you in the next tutorial.